Holness said the dollar is stable. 90 million US was dumped this week trying to save the dollar. That's where I want to start, Ralston. If you say the economy is doing well, the dollar is stable, how is it possible that 3 times in 1 week the Bank of Jamaica had to intervene in saving the Jamaican dollar? Talk to me.
The answer is simple. The Prime Minister don't know anything about economics and he's out of touch with the economic reality. So what he's doing is going around and spreading a whole lot of propaganda. The Bank of Jamaica had to intervene in foreign exchange with $90 million this week to get the dollar from $159.48 to $158.83, simply because the country is not focused on production and exports and not generating enough foreign exchange in order to run the economy. Just as simple as that.
So you spend 90 million US, because we want to make that clear. That is United States dollars, 90 million to save less than $1.
And hold on, this is this week. In previous weeks, they have been doing the same thing. Remember, the dollar hit the 158 barrier. Since it hit the 158 barrier, they have been intervening. And we still reached the 159 barrier and going to 160 because the country is just not generating enough foreign exchange. The trade deficit was 2.3 billion for the first 5 months of this year because exports continue to fall from a low base because Nigel Clark don't know anything about production and exports. He's just a bookkeeper moving numbers from one place to the other.
Now, Ralston, there are some serious issues laid out here. And one other thing I want you to explain to my listeners before we go any further. Spending this money to save the dollar, does it carry a positive effect or a negative effect for the country?
Because every time you intervene in the foreign exchange markets, you waste U.S. currency and then the dollar goes back to the same level or drops even further. So it's a counterproductive, a wasteful exercise in futility and stupidity. What you need to do is to concentrate on production and exports and production for import substitution because those are the things that are driving down the value of the dollar. The government is not focused on production. The Planning Institute now tells us that the economy is flatlined during the second quarter, April to June, 0.1%. So Clark's growth record is very bad.
No.
Exports continue to decline back-to-back for 5 straight months.
All right. So we can understand export declining as well because what happened to our agriculture base? Is that back to where the production used to be before Beryl?
No, man. You mad?
All right. Ralston, I don't want to get emotional about this because this is very bad and people don't understand. So you spend 90 million US dollars making US dollars available.
The intervention over the last 2 months is more than $200 million.
200 million US.
Over the last 2 months.
What that do to the debt? What that do to our debt? Because where we get that money from?
Well, that is from the net international reserves. So some of those money are the monies that flowed from the tourism sector, flowed from mainly remittances. So now that the remittances are declining and the exports are declining, that is why you are seeing this massive pressure on the dollar. So, for example, when they did the first intervention, they pumped 30 million in the market, but the market wanted 76.5 million, and that is why they went back again and pumped another 30 million. And that is why they went back again and pumped another 30 million, because we are really Christmas season now, and everybody is importing.
But hold on, if it needed 76 million, why you never just pump that one time instead of go 90 million over 3 times?
Well, you have to ask the governor of the Bank of Jamaica and his team about that.
Ralston, there is no production happening.
No.
Beryl destroyed the agricultural sector. The minister said it is about $10 billion worth of damage. Have they pumped that $10 billion back in agriculture yet?
No.
When they said they're going to do that?
They'll tell you that the assistance is very slow and all of those things. And then there's also the problem, apart from the damage to crops and everything, there's also the problem with the rural road network, which was already bad. So if you talk to people like Norman Grant, the managing director of the Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, coffee is one of our biggest exports. Right. They'll tell you that the road is in a devastating state and it is leading to an increase